Parallelogram law of vector addition. Parallelogram law of vector addition. If two vectors are represented by the two adjacent sides taken in order both in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram taken in order. So here I am taking two vectors. This is P bar and is Q bar. Two vectors are starting from the point O and they are represented by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram OA, OB. Then the resultant is in the direction of the diagonal passing to the same point, both magnitude and direction. Now, according to the equality of vectors, we can displace this vector P bar without changing the magnitude and direction, and we can place like this. If this is P bar, this is also will be equal to P bar. And OB is Q bar. Without changing the magnitude and direction, you can displace the vector and displace like this. If this is Q bar, this is also Q bar. The angle between P bar and Q bar is theta, and the resultant, let it be R bar, making an angle alpha with the first vector. Now we are going to find the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector R bar. For that, extend the line OA up to D, and this resultant is OC. From C, draw a normal on this line OD. This is 90. If this is theta, this is also theta. Now see how can we find the magnitude and direction of the resultant. First one is magnitude of the resultant vector we have to calculate. So before going to that, from the diagram here, OP is equal to BC, that is equal to magnitude of the vector P bar, that is P, and OB is equal to AC is equal to magnitude of the vector Q bar, that is equal to Q, and OC is equal to magnitude of the vector R bar, that is equal to R. This R value we have to calculate, that is the magnitude of the vector resultant of these two vectors P bar and Q bar. So now we are going to find the magnitude of the resultant. We are going to find magnitude of the resultant, that is R is the magnitude of the resultant. So to find this, consider the triangle OCD. From triangle OCD, we can write OC square is equal to CD square plus OD square. CD square plus OD square. But OD can be written as OA plus AD. So this can be written as OC square is equal to CD square plus OD square. OD is OA plus AD whole square. Now expand this one. OC square is equal to CD square plus OA plus AD whole square, A plus B whole square, OA square plus AD square plus 2 OA AD. Let this is equation 1. Now come to the triangle ACD. Now from triangle ACD, AC square is equal to AD square plus CD square. AD square plus CD square. So from the same triangle, cos theta is equal to cos theta adjacent side AD by hypotenuse AC. That implies AD is equal to AC cos theta. AD is equal to AC cos theta. So here what is AC? AC is equal to here Q. AD is equal to Q cos theta. AD is equal to Q cos theta. Similarly, if you take the sin theta from this one, sin theta is equal to, from this triangle ACD, opposite side CD by hypotenuse AC. So CD is equal to AC sin theta. But AC is equal to Q. From here AC is equal to Q. So CD is equal to Q sin theta. CD is equal to Q sin theta. From the small triangle ACD, we found three values. So one is AC square is equal to CD square plus AD square, and AD is equal to Q cos theta, and CD is equal to Q sin theta. So if we substitute all these values in equation 1, then we will get, so OC is equal to R. So from equation 1, OC square is equal to R square is equal to CD. CD is how much? Q sin theta square. Q square sin square theta. Q square sin square theta plus OA. OA is P. P square plus AD square. Q square cos square theta plus 2OA AD. AD square also we wrote. AD square is over 2OA AD. 2OA. OA is P. AD Q cos theta. Q cos theta. If you take Q square common in these two terms, Q square into sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Therefore, R square is P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Therefore, the magnitude of the resultant R is equal to root over P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is the magnitude of the resultant of the two vectors P bar and Q bar. The angle between them is theta. So we need to find the direction of the resultant now. Go to the previous and we can observe here it is the direction of the resultant, that is it is making an angle alpha with the P bar. R bar is the resultant vector, that is making an angle alpha with the P bar. So from the triangle OCD, tan alpha is equal to opposite side CD by adjacent side OD. So from this triangle OCD, from triangle OCD, tan alpha is equal to opposite side CD by adjacent side OD. So this implies tan alpha is equal to, if you go to the previous diagram, here once you check, here this is the CD value and this is the triangle OCD, opposite side CD by adjacent side OD. OD can be written as OA plus AD. And CD is equal to here Q sin theta. CD is Q sin theta and AD is Q cos theta. So tan alpha is CD by OD. OD can be written as OA plus AD. CD by OD can be written as OA plus AD. Now CD is equal to Q sin theta from the previous discussion. OD is OA plus AD. OA is P, AD is Q cos theta. Therefore, the direction of the resultant alpha is equal to tan inverse q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. So in this way, if two vectors are represented by the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram by making an angle theta with each other, then we can find the magnitude and direction of the resultant like this. Now we can discuss the different cases in this one. So in this point of view, first case 1, when p bar is equal to p bar parallel to q bar, these two are parallel to each other, that is theta is equal to 0 degrees. If you substitute the 0 value in place of theta in the magnitude of the resultant, so that is r is equal to root over p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. In this, if you substitute theta is 0, then r is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 0 is equal to 1. So this can be written as ru is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq, nothing but root over p plus q whole square. So this is p plus q whole square. Square root gets cancelled. R is equal to p plus q. This is the maximum of the resultant of the two vectors. R maximum is equal to p plus q. This is case 1. And case 2, when p bar anti-parallel to q bar. Anti-parallel to q bar. That is, the angle between them is 180 degrees. So we know that cos 180 is minus 1 from the formula of magnitude of the resultant, root over p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, that is cos 180. So cos 180 is minus 1. Therefore we can write root over p square plus q square minus 2pq like this. This can be written as p minus q whole square. Root square gets cancelled. Therefore, when the angle between them is 180, then the magnitude of the resultant is minimum, that is equal to p minus q. So maximum when the angle between them is 0, minimum when 180. And case 3, if both the vectors are perpendicular to each other. So that is when p bar perpendicular to q bar, that is theta is equal to 90 degrees. Substitute that value, r is equal to root over p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 90. Here if you substitute theta is 90, cos 90 0. Therefore, r is equal to root over p square plus q square only. That is the magnitude of the resultant. So in this way we can write number of cases, and one more also we can write case 4, if mod p bar is equal to mod q bar is equal to same, that is let it be x, then the magnitude of the resultant r is equal to, we can write root over x square plus 2xx square cos theta. So if you take 2x square common, then 1 plus cos theta. So 1 plus cos theta, we can write 2 cos square theta by 2, and 2 into 2 is there, then we can write this one as, so this is 2x square 1 plus cos theta, 2 cos square theta by 2. So 2x into cos theta by 2. So we can write like this. These are the some cases to find the magnitude and direction of the resultant. Okay. So this is the magnitude in different cases. After that we also go for the direction of the resultant. Okay, once make a glance on this.